Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Members, for the past 5 years, the region I represent has been the target of a massive water grab from the State Water Resources Control Board. Their update to the Bay Delta Plan calls for a doubling of the water they take from the farms in the cities that I represent. A water grab of this size would cost the local economy hundreds of millions of dollars per year and jeopardize the drinking water quality of thousands of people. We have some of the lowest levels of pregnant mothers receiving prenatal care in the county, and we were the epicenter of the subprime mortgage crisis when thousands of families lost their homes. We have just one precious resource which feeds the only real economic engine in the region. Water is quite literally the lifeblood of the community I call home. So when Sacramento decided that our water was their water, we knew we had no option other than to fight it. After months of exchanges with the Water Board asking them to explain the fundamentally flawed science behind their report, to have discussions with water experts in our region, to meet with the superintendents of our schools, they dismissed us. The bureaucrats finally agreed to schedule a public hearing in our community, but they scheduled them within a few days of Christmas and the New Year's holiday. Despite this obvious ploy, thousands of people showed up to protest the plan as written and asked the board not to ignore the very real impact their decision will have on the people who live in Modesto, Merced, Los Banos, and Ceres. A year from those meetings, the Water Board is poised to respond to those thousands of comments by dismissing complaints about their faulty science and move forward with the plan as they'd always intended. So now I'm asking all of you to support AB 313. This is a modest but important reform that restores a sense of fairness to water rights holders in California. Under current law, the State Water Resources Control Board sits as judge, jury, and prosecution. They decide who is guilty, issue penalties, and allow appeals of their decisions back to themselves. It is like letting a pitcher call their own balls and strikes and guarantees that bias will creep into any decision the board hands down. This is probably why in more than 2,500 cases brought in the last 7 years, only one did not go the Water Board's way. To ensure water rights users receive a fair and unbiased hearing, this bill creates a new water rights division in the Office of Administrative Hearings. It provides a fair and neutral forum with an administrative law judge presiding to ensure that all parties are accorded their right to due process. Under AB 313, an administrative law judge would hear arguments about the Water Board and the water rights holder and issue a recommendation. The bill does not predetermine outcomes. It does not choose winners or losers. It does ensure a fair finding of water rights enforcement hearings occurs under the review of an unbiased judge. AB 313 has received bipartisan support, cleared the Assembly with over 60 yes votes, and I would respectfully ask for your support again today.